CNN suspending Chris Cuomo indefinitely as the network evaluates a bombshell report from the New York Attorney General, which points to the Star anchor's deep involvement in his brother's scandals.
Yeah, Joe Concha, Fox News contributor, joins us to react. So there was a lot of pressure on CNN to react to the situation. They did by suspending him indefinitely. They also released a statement saying, we understood his need to put family first and job second. However, these documents point to a greater level of involvement in his brother's efforts that we previously knew. As a result, we have suspended Chris indefinitely pending further evaluation. Is this the appropriate response, Joe?
Nope. It's not even close, and it's months late, by the way, because we knew about Chris Cuomo helping his brother, not like helping his brother with a campaign to get him reelected. The campaign was against women, credible women who accused his brother of sexual harassment, and Chris Cuomo was leading the charge in doxing and smearing some of these women. It's now obviously shown in those text messages, because make no mistake, Chris Cuomo is not an anchor. He's a partisan activist and always has been. And now that's being exposed in broad daylight. So CNN, Carly, had no point or no choice but to suspend him here. The backlash coming from the right, the left, and everywhere in between made that impossible to ignore. But he should have been more than suspended. He should have been outright fired. And quite frankly, that should have happened months ago because he served as a political hitman in this case. He also lied on the air about the extent of the role he was playing in this regard. Then again, this is someone who once faked his own COVID quarantine. So was anyone really surprised about that aspect? And by the way, this suspension leaves the door open for him coming back, because this is the same network that brought back Jeffrey Toobin, even after the self-serving manner way he conducted himself on that Zoom call in front of female co-workers. So will Cuomo have a second act, Todd? I guess we'll see.
You're really crushing it there with the double entendres on that Toobin reference the last couple days. Nice work. Looking at Cuomo for a second, he doesn't seem to really understand the severity of what he did. Take a listen.
All right.
I did not want him to resign in the beginning because I believed him. Leave the women alone and let due process take care of the situation. When there wasn't going to be due process and his party was against him, and obviously the Republicans weren't going to help him, then he had no choice because he couldn't do the work of the state anymore.
Joe, I have a huge problem with him invoking the word due process. How insulting is it that he is invoking due process when it appears that Chris Cuomo himself was trying to stifle, in a way, the due process of some of his brother's accusers by getting to them first?
Yeah, I mean, look, again, you can't take anything this person says seriously, and he's an anchor. He's in the wrong profession, clearly. Used cars, selling those may be a better way to go. And by the way, he also said that the media was against his brother. Has anybody seen that movie that went on during the spring of 2020? All those fawning headlines. He got a book deal, Andrew Cuomo did, for millions of dollars, all thanks to the interviews, if you want to call them that his brother gave him time and again on CNN. So this joke needs to go away. CNN should fire him. But again, the suspension feels very Toobin-esque to me, and it feels like, okay, after a couple months, people forget about this. We'll slowly bring him back, and it'll be Brian Williams 2.0 all over again.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That very well could happen. In the meantime, we got to ask you about this. New York Magazine has a book of essays out about New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and the title of the book is Take Up Space, the Unprecedented AOC, and it includes an essay on the role that her beauty plays in her public perception, analysis on her social media greatest hits, and an essay on her rare authenticity. And then, of course, social media, Joe, is already reacting. Don't want to waste too much time here because we want to get your reaction. I'll just read the second tweet that we have. Media in other countries would be ashamed to suck up to politicians this way. How gross.
Let me unwrap this in about 25 seconds because I know we're low on time. With AOC, always look beyond the sizzle. Look at her record. The thing that matters when it comes to this simple question: has she made the lives of those she serves in the 14th District of New York better? Well, according to this nonpartisan Center of Effective Lawmaking, AOC is one of the least effective lawmakers in all of Congress. On the Democratic side, she ranks 230 out of 240. And compared to 18 other congressional Democrats from New York State, she ranks last. No matter, CNN gave her a primetime documentary recently called Being AOC recently. Time magazine called her the phenom. Now you have multiple writers from New York Magazine doing these sort of essays. The DNC couldn't write these scripts any better. Sizzle over steak is the classic way to describe Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Gotta go.
This is a 400-page book. I think we now know where creative writing majors have all gone for their careers. Joe Concha.
Joe, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.